welcome everybody who's watching out there. Welcome to you, of course, who I'm speaking with, but I'll speak with the audience for a bit here. My name's Jacob Campbell. I'm coming to you on behalf of Leijiverse on Facebook, facebook.com/Leijiverse. And what we're doing here is trying our best to highlight the community that surrounds Leiji Matsumoto, the Leijiverse, all of his work, and all the fandom that has had such an incredible impact. I want to go from left to right here on your screen and try and introduce everybody. On the far left here, we have Sitting, bearing the very responsible mask. Hi, Sitting. We have Satch62 sitting in the middle, based off of Joe Satriani, who I mostly know from a quick reference, I believe, in Hey Arnold or something like that. Next to him is Claire, based on the beautiful Crystal Claire in Galaxy Express 39. And you may have met before Watcha, who we just had our last interview with. Hi, hello, everyone. How are you all?
Hello, Jacob.
Hi.
Hello, Jacob. Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Fine, and you?
Like I said, I just want to tap into you each personally and ask, what are your main contributions here? Who are you? And what do you do? And again, we'll go left to right. Sitting, can you talk a little bit about your contributions just in general and who you are?
Hi, I'm Celine, just a Twitter cosplay for my husband.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn, and I'm a very huge fan of Matusmoto works. I started to support Matusmoto in 2005, and you joined the TokiNoWa forum like this, and I helped them to organize some event here in France because I've got no artwork skill. So I just can add them to organize some events. Okay?
Yes, I've been in the TokiNoWa community for 17 years. And his wife, and I'm fine with that.
You do the wife thing. That's excellent. I'm sure you do a good job. You're also an artist, correct?
Yes, I draw as a hobby.
Oh, humble as ever, yes.
Yes, I do fan arts and I do Rainbow Days. Still as a hobby.
Watch it. Maybe people have met you before, but just a quick intro again. Refresh us. Who are you?
I'm just a Matsumoto fan, and I am lucky enough to be part of the TokiNoWa experience since its creation in 2003, and I was one of the creators of this community. So I'm trying since that time to share the interest in Leiji Matsumoto's work with everybody who might be interested in his work. So
yes. Excellent. So, and again, you have been so kind as to bring everybody to get way too close on one couch and speak with Leijiverse today. So we really appreciate that. You know what? Whoever wants to go first with this question, fight for it. What introduced you to anime/Leiji Matsumoto? Who wants to tell me their story first?
You know, I'm the oldest here in space, and the first time I met Matsumoto works was the animated space battleship Captain Harlock, in 78. In France, Albator, Le Corsaire de l'Espace. It was the first anime we saw from manga style here in France. After all others animates became through Grazinger, Goldorak, Candy, and all other animates from Japan. Okay, so after, much later, because I was around 11 when I saw this show in TV, on the second TV network here in France, much later in the 2000 and perhaps 3 and 5, they show out a new version like Captain Endless Odyssey, and then I go to see all the work based on Leiji Matsumoto on the net, and I made my great friends TokiNoWa, because you only see here is two of the tens of thousands of people who are cheering, loving, and all the Matusmoto works here in France.
Albator, of course, Captain
Yes.
Harlock. But I never got the opportunity to watch the show on TV. First, because my parents, they didn't forbid me to watch TV, but they just forbid me to watch Japanese. And it was a bit really so I didn't watch Albator, but sometime I caught a glimpse and wow, the guy was iconic. I could never forget him, and from time to time I randomly watch a few episodes, but nothing serious until it was 1998. I remember on French television there was a New Year special. They mixed several vintage anime. So there was Captain Harlock, puis c'était Captain Future. Qu'est-ce qu'il y avait d'autre? Ulysse?
Ulysse 31.
Ulysse 31, this kind of stuff. And I remember watching it with my friends. We were teen and we were, wow, it might be some old anime, but it was great. It was even better than the show from this era. Yes.
When you look now,
yes.
what are provided to younger people
it's a mess.
as animated stuff? Are we also stupid like this?
Yes.
Because it's very, very stupidity when you see all the animates that are broadcasted and now.
Yes, you really have the feeling it was downgraded. Really, when you see Harlock and the Atwell stuff,
we've got the chance to have high level animate.
So just to clarify, what's high level and what's low level? Can we get that? Just a clear definition. Are you saying that Albator was high level and then maybe something else was low level that was more modern?
When you are looking what are broadcasting now for young people from 5 to 10 on TV, you are thinking, but this is stupid. This is how stupid it is. When I was young, I was able to watch Captain Harlock. And now you are watching this. Yes, what the mess? Why are we going backwards like this?
Well, you got to look back, though.
Impossible. How can you think that people can be?
No, because Harlock was
imaginative.
What you may see, though, here is that Harlock was an exception in your own time.
Yes, it was adult. It is still a very adult anime, and when you see the actual anime for kids, but it's not kids.
Animated. So what
sorry for the vocabulary.
What Satch and Pierre are trying to express here is that when they were young, the quality of animes and series on television was not as good as Captain Harlock and some other series which were aired at the same time than the first Captain Harlock series. So the only exception being some new Captain Harlock series later, which were quite good, and a few other series and animes which were also good. Besides of that, later in time, the new series and new animes are taking kids for people who understand less things of the real life. Like you take the first episode of Captain Harlock, and it tells a story about a planet Earth which was degraded and polluted because of the new human beings. And it's today you watch it and it's still something which is possible, that the human beings are degrading our planet. And so telling this message to kids was something very intelligent in the 80s. And today's animes and series don't cover such real life related matters.
Yeah. I think what I want to do now is give Sitting a chance to talk. They've been sitting there very patiently, and I appreciate that, letting everybody tell their story. But you did just utter there, I didn't see it when I was a kid. So you took another path, and maybe you could tell me how that happened.
Okay, Jacob, I just didn't see a Captain Harlock when I was a child. But all my friends discussed about Captain Harlock, so I heard a lot about it. And it was quite difficult for me. And actually, I met Captain Harlock when I met him, because when the first time I go in his apartment, you have Harlock's things everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. It was quite crazy, and he's crazy. It's a crazy guy.
You never heard about the Captain Harlock Paris Museum?
Yeah.
That was his apartment.
He's the curator, yes.
I think
60
his grandmother made Yamato cosplay for him. And 3 months before our marriage, we went in Rennes, which is in a small town in France. We went to see a movie in a small town in France, and before to go to the movie it was Yamato. He wore his cosplay, and
yes.
This man is quite crazy.
Yes, you know, I just park under the theater in the parking, okay, and then I change myself into Captain Okita cosplay.
Yes.
Okay, and I go upstairs in the convention where like that. Okay, so everybody, I've just had a friend, Harlock, who is the webmaster of Yamato3.fr website about Yamato, who was looking for us, and he was he was aware, and he was waiting me cosplay like Captain Okita, and I go to the projection with the costume of Captain Okita, and everybody saw me and say this sign when I was walking. So it was great, because this series is not very well known here in France.
The story is that my husband is
so it was a very good surprise for my wife.
He was a fat guy. He was a very fat guy, and
yes.
now he's a slim guy. So he needs someone to prepare cosplay. And so I said, oh, this is very interesting, because I will need some help from workshop, because you have sculpture, you have couture, knife, sewing. So, and you have to imagine the cosplay, prepare it, and it took quite a long time, but it's very, very, very interesting.
So a loved one brought you deep into the Harlock space, and you had a lot of sewing skills, I guess, to pick up the slack for grandma when perhaps she wasn't able to craft the costumes anymore.
Yeah, that's right. And in 2013, I went in Leiji Matusmoto place, because we went 3 weeks in Japan, and it was organized in France. And I think that we were very, very lucky, because we were the first French to come in Leiji Matusmoto place after the Daft Punk. The Daft Punk wait 24 hours to go in Leiji Matsumoto place, and we wait only 3 hours. Quite nice. And no, it was very, very interesting.
Well, so you have all met Leiji Matsumoto in person, correct?
Correct.
Maybe sitting, since we're talking to you, you brought it up. So maybe tell me about your experience. Tell me what he was like, why you were there.
No, it was quite funny because it's I think Satch62 brought him a bottle of cognac.
So the bottle they gave to Matsumoto was engraved with a special engraving at the request of Satch.
And it was quite a good gift. But Leiji Matsumoto was talking, and he explained how he loves Paris, and I had some
Kitchen.
Oh, keychain. Keychain.
Yes, keychain.
What did it have, like the Eiffel Tower on it or something?
Yes.
Yes.
And he loved it.
Okay.
And
Yes,
he cried.
he
When I gave him, he cried.
Oh.
Yeah, he was so moved
Yes.
that he really appreciated
Yes,
the
really
gift
appreciate.
of the small Eiffel Tower.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
of course, Satch was very jealous of his wife. Perhaps he will not say, but I'm sure he was very jealous because
So,
he prepared his own gift,
yes.
paid so much
Yeah.
attention to
A
it.
great gift.
A great gift that everybody.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's better to fly under the radar than to go over the top.
And the gift, he doesn't care. And the small gifts,
Yes.
great. Yeah.
And that seems to speak to, perhaps the type of man he is.
Very humble,
Easy going.
very
Yes.
Easy to talk
Very
to.
kind.
yes, very kind. When I asked the intermediate to show Matsumoto, I was planning a trip around Japan, and I say to this man, I was in this town at this time. Okay, is Matsumoto comes to sign a little bit of paper, autograph. He said, no, it won't be here at this time, but if you are in Tokyo around 25 of August, I kept you to his house.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 times translated the sentence, and the 3 times I kept you to Matsumoto house. So I say, Banco, I am going to Matsumoto house. I met several times Matsumoto now, more than 3-4 times.
Angoulême.
Yes, Angoulême in the 2030s, and the 2 last time he came in France.
Twice in Paris.
2 times in Paris. Yes, in 2019 last year, and 2 years later,
And
in
another time
2000,
last year.
and
Perhaps 5 times. For you.
5 times. Yeah. So each time I was the driver of Matsumoto. I'm driving
in my
Matsumoto
car.
in my car, in my
Yeah.
personal car. So I don't ask him to
Precious cargo.
to sign the
seats.
The seats.
But
I
it's
don't.
not your car, it's my car.
It's a car of my wife. I don't ask him to sign the seats when we meet the Airspace and Museum in Paris Le Bourget that you have showed the video on Facebook.
Yes.
I was there because it's me that drive Matsumoto from his hotel to the museum. Okay. And
Okay.
after we have lunch with all the TokiNoWa presented at the time, we were 10 or 15, maximum 15, and we have spent a very, 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 very good time with him. The last time, we took him to the Salis Museum Ferté, La Ferté, where he climbed into the plane that his father learned how to fly with a French mission in 1919 in Japan. You know, and I have got the chance to fly with Matsumoto, not in the same plane, but in another plane nearby Matsumoto, who was in the plane with Romain Hugo.
So maybe you saw a picture of Matsumoto about this plane.
Yes.
And so there were two planes flying at the same time. Satch and Céline were lucky enough to be in one of the planes while Matsumoto was in the other planes. And they had a fly where the two planes were making some figure in the sky.
Yeah, doing some maneuvers. Yeah.
Maneuver. So they had this twin fly in this kind of plane.
So you've gone flying with Leiji Matsumoto, and that's got to be quite the experience for both of you, and that's really wonderful. So you have this living legend in your car, and I'm just thinking, what other mangaka of such, would Akira Toriyama get in a car with a Dragon Ball Z fan? I don't know if that same sort of thing would happen to anybody else. And for that level of trust, it's like, where's this guy going to take me? Is he going to take me to the woods? Is he going to take me to his house? You never know. And he must have trusted you quite a bit. You guys have shown a lot of enthusiasm and care and respect for him. So that must have translated in some way for him to feel safe enough to get in the car with a super fan.
You know, Jacob, he came in the car because there is a lot of discussion between and his agent, yes, because he shouldn't come in the car. I don't know why, because the last time I am really lucky he came in my car, because the last time he came in Europe, that he had a serious health problem in Italy, and I thinking, oh, what's a problem if he have this problem in my car? What can I do? What can I?
That's a good question, Jacob. What would you do if Matsumoto is sat next to you in the passenger seat in your car, and suddenly suddenly doesn't feel good? What would you do? Retrospectively, Satch feels relieved that nothing bad happened.
Yeah. In America, we'd take him to urgent care first, because it's like, I don't want to stick you with a big bill at the ER, man. Let's go to the urgent care. But that's a little American healthcare joke. That's awful.
It was a big pleasure to receive Matsumoto in my car, because when I was driving inside Paris, each time, each corner, each quarter, it looks like out of the window and say, oh yes, I like the architecture. I like this building. I like this much. Yeah. Everything was amazing for him.
Yes.
He loves European architecture. He could come again, and I should be here. Okay. Yes. It would be a good pleasure for me. So we don't know. With the last thing he had in Italy, would he be able to travel world around? We don't know.
Yes, well, he sounds very positive on Twitter. He sounds like he wants to get, he's working out again and building his strength back up. Yeah. So we'll just, I stand here. I'd say, what, take him at his word. So Claire. Yeah. I've spoken with Wacha about your experience a little bit, but I'd like to hear from your point of view. What was it like your first time, your second time? How was it to meet Leiji Matsumoto? What was your experience personally?
Oh, it was quite unreal. No, seriously, it felt like an achievement. And as a fan, when when you can meet Leiji in person at his place, seriously, you think you can't make better.
Yeah.
It's impossible, but yet we did.
Yeah. Well, they say never meet your heroes, right? I mean, are you familiar with this saying? Never meet your heroes. But it sounds like that breaks that rule completely. It sounds like it's a greater pleasure than you would have imagined previously.
Yeah.
When you going to meet him, Claire,
Yes.
did you have any suspicions that maybe this won't be what I imagine it is? Maybe he'll be this or that. I mean, did you have any concerns?
Not at all, because yes, we had
I am just
that Satch62 experienced it before. I think.
So he had met him, right? So Satch had met him before, right?
Yes, I
Yes,
was the
so-
first.
Before you,
He
I'm
was
guessing
the
then.
first.
Yes, before. Yeah.
Okay, so you heard from Satch. This is a good guy.
It's a
You
good
know,
guy.
Jacob, I open the door and all the other friends go to see Matusmoto after.
I see. Yes. So
Yeah.
so you had good expectations, Claire, and they were met. So
Yeah, and, we didn't bring him cognac.
Yeah. What did you bring?
We offered him a book about the Concorde, the plane.
Yes. So that was a book that
he didn't pay any much attention to it, because I guess we gave the bag, and honestly this day had been quite intense for Leiji, because he had several interviews just before us, and we had to wait.
he had a long day. Yeah, he'd been talking all day. But it sounds like he had plenty of energy left for all of you. I mean, he
Yes,
was engaged and intrigued.
Yeah.
It was very kind.
It's a real
Really,
pleasure for
really,
him
really
to
kind,
receive
yes.
his.
Okay, excellent. So you went there and you spoke with him, Claire. That was the first time you met him, and you were trying to get more information, correct?
Yes.
What were the questions that did you ask him the questions personally?
Yes,
So yes, we wanted to know at what age, when his father was trained as a pilot. We had absolutely no information about this.
We needed a timeline, because when he was showing those pictures to everybody, he was not narrowing the timeline enough. So he was very vague about when his father has been trained.
What was the information that he gave you that helped everything click?
Matsumoto gave us later pictures of his father as a pilot, so it was difficult. We didn't, to be honest, with the information that Leiji Matsumoto gave us, we didn't find anything. He was speaking about the name of the Colonel Laforêt. We have a few friends in Army. We asked them to make some researches, and they all said, sorry, there is absolutely no Colonel Laforêt at this era. So we were, it was complicated. So in the end, I asked him, please, do you have any idea? Because we don't know really what he's talking about. And the friend is a specialist, said to us, but of course it might be the Japanese-French expedition 1920.
Okay.
And suddenly all became obvious. And when so we made researches just with the name of the mission, since we had it, and we found the list of the people who were involved in it, and we didn't find the Colonel Laforêt, but we found the Colonel Forêt.
I can barely hear the difference there.
Yes,
So
it was a simple mistake on the name.
If we would like to translate in American, it would be Matsumoto gave us the name Colonel The Forest, but the guy's name, in fact, it was Colonel Forest, not The Forest.
Not written the same,
So-
but sounds the same, but not written the same. So
Okay.
it was like opening the Pandora box. So
Mhm.
we had the mission, we had the name, went to the army archive. We found lots and lots of vintage photographs of these missions. Okay, we bought them. We made a photo book. We made and we sent it to Leiji. So last year it was 100th anniversary of the mission in France, and there were small events. They did the commemoration in Japan too, and Leiji got invited. It was nice. We were happy, really, really happy.
And in finding that, was there ever a moment where you just saw Matsumoto written on a piece of paper, like a historical piece of paper from the mission, or was his father documented in these papers that you found, or was it just the trainer?
We have picture of his father, but his name was not written under the But
Okay.
it was his father during the mission, so he was there. And also Matsumoto last year, he could meet with the grandson of the pilot who trained his father.
Yes, sons meeting, and that's really powerful. So, and that's amazing, Claire. All of your work there was so valuable, and thank you for helping Leiji Matsumoto, rekindle that relationship. Your contribution invaluable there. So, what was it like starting on TokiNoWa and the fan forum, and what were your experiences with kind of building that community, starting that community?
When I discovered again all the Matsumoto work, I came naturally searching on internet all forums about this. So in French language, only two forums exist. TokiNoWa, and another one named Albator SA6.
Yes.
It's a good friend now from me, Dominique. And I subscribed the two, and the more on which I participate was TokiNoWa, because I find friendly people in person, and I can speak easily with them. It helped me to discover more about Matsumoto, to read, to argument about it, to help them. So,
and you through the conventions, you got to. I'm assuming you got to exercise your cosplay persona quite a bit more.
Yeah. So yes, because in the beginning I wasn't cosplay. I was just participating as a member and showing goodies, figurines, and like that. Speaking with everyone to say, oh yes, Matsumoto is very good, very available, very great. So come to see, watch, read, and to participate to develop everything about. Even to speak with, how can I say, with editors to suggest, can you publish this one, this series, this another one? Yeah, we suggest it is all the work we are doing with Matsumoto, trying to provide people everything we can read, everything we can watch, everything you can have about Matsumoto. So this is my participation. Yeah, I can show you, if you want, a photo of my last cosplay.
Would love it.
My wife is going to share them. It was a very special cosplay of Space Battleship Yamato. You can only see this costume Yes, I don't know if you are looking. I just
Yes.
hide my wife
Yes.
because she doesn't want to.
She's
Be,
shy.
But Sitting made that costume, right?
Yes, you can only see this costume on season 1, episode 24, 76 seconds before the end. It's
Okay.
very specific cosplay. It is a black and white suit from Captain Okita. Captain Abraham. I don't know what.
So that's Okata suited up.
Yeah.
Is basically okay. I've never seen that.
Yeah, 24th episode, first season. Okay, so thank you for my wife. I can show you before the end a little souvenir. Yes, this is the shikishi that.
Okay.
This is mine. Yes, he gave us also some gift because it was outcoming of the last film about Harlock 3D CG
movie.
Yes.
3D movie, and we've got each other one T-shirt of this film during the summer 2013. And,
Okay.
we are very, very proud to have this short.
Claire, would you like to talk just a little bit about your involvement in TokiNoWa? You said you're an admin. You helped write that book. Also curious, talk about TokiNoWa, and then maybe did you write for any of the commercial releases or make any contributions there?
Yes, I worked on Submarine Super 99.
Yes.
Harlock Saga for the Endless Odyssey website.
Yes.
And that's right.
Okay, and then in TokiNoWa, I mean, what was your experience like when it was starting, and what's your involvement in the community at large?
Oh, it was quite easy because I joined the community when the forum TokiNoWa was just born.
Mm-hmm.
So it was brand new, and I've been here all the time. So how can I say? We have welcomed all the new people ever since, and no, it's really nice community, and in the end, we are quite an old. We're like a band of old friends.
Yeah.
Yes, we meet each other as soon as possible.
Yes.
Yes. And that's excellent. And you get to do that at conventions. I'm assuming that happens so regularly. I mean, when you're having a convention, well, Claire, what do you do? Well, everybody I'm assuming has responsibilities of some kind. Maybe it's run like the Arcadia where it's a little loose form and everybody's drunk. I don't know. But what do you do, Claire? What do you do when a convention comes around?
When we prepare a convention, we try to discuss on TokiNoWa. Okay, yes, super. We are doing this year. What could we do this year?
And what do you do? What kind of responsibilities do you take on, Claire, generally?
Oh, I'm the contact for the organizers.
Central organizer.
Project management. Yeah, the big picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm the one saying to, you win. I want this. Okay,
You're late.
You can, don't be late.
Yes, that's a force I really respect. So
yes, we install the exhibition. Wow, that's pretty intense every time to to be.
She also welcomes the guests because
okay, so
full of visitors, mainly from Japan, and also some anime people involved in anime or manga, and so she welcomes them to the booth.
And my final question, and I would like to give each of you a minute. I'd like to ask each of you, how has Leiji Matsumoto changed your life? Okay, we'll start with sitting. Yes, please.
I met my husband and some friends.
Yes.
That's great. I also try to learn Japanese, but it's too difficult.
Satch, what about you? How has it changed your life?
A way to escape from work. You know, I'm working all day, and my escape is going to this world of Matusmoto War, Matusmoto, Leiji, Harlock, and all other series and drawing. So it's special time for me after work.
Claire, we'll end it with you. How has Leiji Matsumoto's work and your involvement in the community changed your life?
Oh, I met my husband.
Yes, a lot of that happening here, matchmaking.
When I joined the community, I was still at the university. I was 22 years old, and it was exciting, and it was all new to me to participate to conventions and teamwork.
Yeah.
I met wonderful friends. I got into new interests. Okay, when I was younger, I had no idea that one day I would be into plant building, model plant building also, and this gem. Okay, that's my treasure because Leiji has actually signed it. This one is from the cockpit.
Okay.
It's actually about the box.
Awesome.
It's quite vintage.
Thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for sharing, this family unit. I hope the community will show their appreciation for you guys sitting down talking with me for a couple hours. It's been wonderful. I'm going to try this again. I asked Wacha if he would give me a Harlock salute. And this is cringy, apparently. This is apparently nerdy to ask. Do you remember the Harlock salute? Do you know what the Harlock salute was? Two fingers.
Yes.
Yes. So cool. Thank you so much. Wacha, thank you for kind of loosening up there for us, but that was beautiful.
Thank you for your time, Jacob.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all. And I'm Jacob Campbell from Leijiverse. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.
Yeah.
I'd love to get that shot right now.
Yeah, this one we call it Leiji.
Yes.
Yes. This one is rubber. Yes, this is a Chihuahua races.
Little tired guys. What a beautiful family.